When she finished the verse, Mother pointed to a line and helped sound out the words as Rabia read. "That's wonderful, Rabia," she said, kissing her on the cheek. "You're getting better every day. On the day of judgment, fasting and reading the Quran like this will make Allah pleased with you." Rabia knew that making Allah happy was the very best thing she could do. She quickly started to read another line of the Quran so that Allah would be even happier with her. Just as she was finishing, she heard her brother calling from their treehouse high in the oak tree. Do you see the treehouse?
Yes.
Where is it? Right over there? Good. "Come on, Rabia," he said. She looked at her mother questioningly. Mother nodded, saying, "That's enough for today. I'll see you when I get home from work. Do everything your brother says, all right?" "Yes, Mother," she replied. And with that, she jumped down off the porch and raced across the yard to where the tree stood tall and sturdy. She climbed up the ladder and soon was lost with Yunus in their treetop world of imagination. Does anyone here have a tree house?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Very good.
At our new house, we're gonna have a tree.
Very good. It wasn't until much later, when the midday sun was high in the sky, that she made her way back to their house. She felt a bit dizzy, and her stomach was cramping with hunger pains. Yunus looped his arm around her shoulders. "How about some lunch?" he asked. Rabia looked up shyly. "You aren't old enough to fast all day," he explained. "Young children and old people are excused from fasting. Sick people and travelers too. Although the sick and the traveler must make up for the fasting days they missed." He walked to the kitchen and began spreading peanut butter and jelly on 2 thick slices of bread. Rabia ate and drank quietly. She had been so thirsty and the food tasted so good, but she didn't want much. She really wanted to fast, like the others. She was determined to try to do it for at least one day. When her mother returned from her clinic, Rabia rushed to help her mother in the kitchen. There were special dishes to prepare for Ramadan. Everything smelled and looked so good. She was amazed that her mother looked so calm and peaceful after working and having fasted all day. Dr. Sadiq was humming softly to herself and murmured quiet prayers as she prepared each delicious dish. Does anybody's mom make something special during Ramadan? What does she make? Samosas? What does your mom make during Ramadan? Something special? Yes? No? Anyone else? Yeah? Qataya? Yummy. What does your mom make? Samosas! Very good. Yeah?
My mom cooks
Some food. Of course she cooks food. At sunset, the family gathered together along with some friends and relatives. The setting sun turned the sky a brilliant copper before slipping beneath the horizon line. As Yunus made the call to prayer, their father passed out sweet dates. They all recited together, "Allahumma inni laka sumtu wa ala rizqika aftartu." "Oh Allah, for your sake we have fasted, and we break the fast with the food that comes from you." The dates and many glasses of water and fresh juices vanished as the family broke their fasts. It was time for the Maghrib Salah, the sundown prayer. After praying, they gathered around the table to feast on the wonderful dishes Mother prepared. Their father asked them, "What did you learn from fasting today?" Yunus straightened his chair and took on a serious expression. "I learned how lucky I am to have food every day. There are lots of children who are hungry like I was today, all the time." Rabia listened to her brother. She remembered how she had eaten at noon and wondered what it would have been like if Yunus had told her there was no food at all. She thanked Allah from the bottom of her heart for all his kind blessings. dinner, they piled into the car to go to the mosque. Her friends clustered around her when she arrived. "I fasted all day," Sarah exclaimed. Rabia hugged her friend. "That's great," she murmured. "I kept half the day." Hiba joined them. "I fasted all day," she said. But then she admitted, "But I had a glass of milk in between." Rabia watched as people milled around, greeting each other with "Assalamu alaikum," which means what? Peace be upon you. And hello. She saw Indians and Arabs and Indonesians and Pakistanis, whites and African Americans, all greeting each other with warm hugs or handshakes. There were also people from South America and the Caribbean islands, Britain and Africa, all smiling at each other. People really did fill the room. Rabia remembered her father's words. In Islam, we are all one family. All of us are brothers and sisters. All of us are equal. After the Taraweeh prayers, they all sat together listening to the Imam. Who's the Imam? Yep. The person who leads the prayer? Anything else? He's usually the leader of the masjid, right? So they all sat together listening to the Imam. Ramadan is a month of blessings, said the leader. Allah has promised to reward us extra for every good deed we do in Ramadan. The doors of heaven are open during this month, and the doors of hell are closed during Ramadan. Rabia hung on the Imam's every word. She wished she could see the doors of heaven. They must be very beautiful, she thought. At Suhoor the next morning, Dad told them, "Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, said, 'Eat suhoor, for it is a blessed nourishment.'" Rabia chewed sleepily on her toast. "What about poor people?" she asked. "How can they eat suhoor?" "There is blessing in drinking even a sip of water," Dad answered, patting her head. Then he added, "It's the duty of those who can afford it to help the poor all over the world." Rabia hurt for anyone who didn't have food to eat, especially for suhoor. All day, Rabia thought hard. What could she do to help the poor? It was her mother who solved her problem. The women's group will be hosting an iftar for the community next Saturday, and we'll be collecting funds to provide regular iftars at the mosque, she said as she pulled a steaming dish from the oven. She looked closely at Rabia. "Do you want to help us?" Rabia's eyes widened. "Can I?" When her mother nodded, Rabia threw her arms around her, crying, "What can I do? When can I start?" Everyone got busy, raising funds that week. Rabia helped put icing on cakes for the bake sale. She counted out heaps of dollar bills and coins. Now there would be enough to buy food for the iftar. On Saturday evening, she poured tall glasses of fruit juice and passed around napkins. The women's group had prepared tasty meats, breads, and rice. People crowded into the center. Some of the older girls and boys served the food and made sure that everyone had enough to eat. At the end of the evening, Rabia fell into a chair, her feet aching. Mom's cheeks dimpled as she looked proudly at her daughter. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, said that if you provide a fasting person with food or water to break the fast, he or she would have the same reward of that fasting person, him or herself. After that, Rabia's feet didn't ache quite so badly.